Yo, what up everyone? Amir Rahimi here, owner of Rappin and Snackin. Another episode of Collector's Corner right here. These pickups are all from January of this year, 2020. Basically, when the year started, my boy TX Pusher on Instagram, and his Discogs account is Pusherman, and he was having like a big sale, and I think it was like 40% off. So I bought all the stuff I'm going to share in this video I got for $100 flat. Total, including shipping and everything. So I'm going to go through all that stuff, and yeah, let's get started with the CDs first. I got one CD album from him. The rest are all singles. So first, and it's important to note that this dude, he is, I believe he's from Texas. That would explain the TX and TX Pusher. But he has a lot of dope Southern material in terms of stuff on his site. Like, he'll have a lot of Suave music, a lot of Devin the Dude as well, Scarface. He'll have just a lot of dope Southern artists in addition to, you know, the typical West and East Coast artists, but he just has a lot of South stuff, and you'll see some of it here that I've got. But anyways, speaking of Suave, we got Crime Boss, Conflicts and Confusion. This is his second album, and I have not heard this one yet, so I'm happy to hear it, especially since I liked his first album, All in the Game. So, this Crime Boss. Next, getting all into CD singles now. So, these three are all some De La Soul singles, one of the very, very dope groups, one of my favorite groups. We got De La Soul, and these three are also UK imports, and one of them is from Western Germany, I believe. So it's crazy because it's from West Germany. It's before it became just Germany, I suppose. I don't know when it became just Germany. But this was, yeah, this one right here is the Me, Myself, and I one is from Western Germany. That's just crazy. And in addition to the Me, Myself, and I, we got the I Know, and we got the Magic Number and Buddy. But these all have tons of tracks on them. That's how these CD singles are. For example, the Me, Myself, and I, this particular pressing, not only has the radio version, it's got the Richie Rich remix, Ain't Hip to Be Labeled a Hippie, and then other tracks, What's More, and Brainwash Follower. So, boom. The Magic Number and Buddy single also has some other cuts on it too. It also has Ghetto Thing remix and a Magic Number remix. And then the I Know, which I love this artwork, it's just super, super dope. I Know has the 7-inch version, a remix, another remix, and then the track, the Mac Daddy on the left. So De La Soul had to pick those up. Ooh. Now this is what we talk about, a great song that people should know about because it's fairly popular, but they may not know. It's Devin the Dude's track with Snoop Dogg and Andre 3000, What a Job. And just look it up if you haven't heard it, man. This is just good stuff. Devin the Dude is just one of those artists that really like keeps true to himself, who he is. He's got a funny approach, and he probably doesn't even try to be funny. That's just how he is, man. He's just a dope MC, and probably a dope person too. I guarantee. I'm sure of it. Then we get into just one of the best duos, in my opinion, hailing out of Orange Mound, Tennessee. We got 8Ball and MJG. And this is actually, not only does it not have a cover, it also does not have back artwork. That's how it came. And this is 8Ball and MJG's amazing, amazing song, Space Age. And, dude, this is from, like, one of my favorite albums ever, man. They're just so good, dude. Yeah, man, this song is just excellent. If you guys have not heard 8Ball and MJG's music, please listen to it. Please listen to it. Another 8Ball and MJG single. This is from the AIDS soundtrack, also known as America's Dying Slowly soundtrack. And this is the Listen to Me Now single by 8Ball and MJG. That soundtrack actually has a lot of dope artists, MCs, producers, all throughout it, so check it out if you haven't. There's probably some songs on there that you'd really like. so 8 Ball and MJG. Another group from the South, this one hailing from Atlanta, and we got OutKast, Soul Food soundtrack, In Due Time. Boom. Just, man, these are just some, I'm naming some just amazing songs, and I was happy to get these steals. And yeah, man, it's just, if you haven't heard these songs, I highly suggest going and checking them out, man. Next, one of my favorite rappers ever. He's usually, like, my top 10 is always changing. There's people being woven in, woven out. I think this guy's a constant. Has to be always in my top 10. And I'm talking about Scarface. These two tracks spanning many years apart. This one right here is Now I Feel Ya, which I believe is definitely one of Scarface's hands down best songs ever, from his World Is Yours album in '93, and it's just so phenomenal. You have to listen to it if you haven't heard it. And then this track right here is, I believe it was 2007, yep. This is his track Never, off of his Made album. And that album is actually, it's not really talked about much, but it's a pretty strong album, dude. Like, Scarface, that's one thing, he just has one of those very solid discographies. In terms of the albums that he officially released, very solid stuff. Scarface, one of the greatest ever. Another Southern artist. So I told you, this boy, he's got a lot of Southern stuff here, and I'm not complaining one bit. We got a T.I. track, Let's Get Away. This one was produced by Jazzy Faye, I remember, and it's cool. It's not like my favorite song off of trap music, but it's good. It's good enough, and I caught it. It was probably like $1 or $2, but then I got the discount, so I had to throw this one in there. Whew, talking about, and Suave House was on fire, dude. In the mid-90s, Suave House was definitely one of those labels that had to be reckoned with. Like, you have to, going back and listening to all their catalog, it's just, it's magic, man. Like, this is Tila's first album, Peace of Mind, but these are two very strong singles from it. This one being Twisted with, the Run DMC homage on it. It's also got an extra track on here called Strange, which is also from the same album. And Twisted is just a fantastic track. And then we get just the amazing track with Tila and 8 Ball and MJG, Show Enough. And this features production from Jazzy Faye as well. And he's definitely much younger because this is in the mid-90s. So the Let's Get Away track that I was talking about with T.I. was in the early 2000s. I believe it was 2003 or so. So, just talk about classic collaborations. This is one of them. And it's also got a track called Suave House, which is also from his Peace of Mind album. Just exceptional stuff. I'm so happy to have picked that up. Next, we're going into the vinyl singles. Yeah, these are also all from TX Pusher. This is Nonchalant, Until the Day. This is a track that I haven't heard yet, so I can't really comment on it. I want to find her album. I really liked her single 5 O'Clock. So, boom, Nonchalant. Nice and Smooth, Return of the Hip Hop Freaks. You guys should know who Nice and Smooth are. So, boom, got that one as well. Some New Orleans flavor with Mystical Man. That's the rapper from the Ghetto Fabulous album. It's a generic black sleeve, but it's got a nice little sticker right here. Mystical he's one of the dope ones. And then speaking of Mystical again, we got the track Here I Go and Beware. Well, the single is actually Beware, but the B-side is Here I Go. And dope little hype sticker on there too. I really like the Mystical writing. It's writing that I think is appropriate with his character. Pretty erratic, pretty loud. Another dope one there. Now this is one of the standout singles of this video. This is an artist who probably a lot of people don't know. They probably only know a few songs from him. This being one of those songs, and it's just so incredibly good. And this is Mad CJ Maxx track, Come and Take a Ride. And if you haven't heard this song, I highly suggest you go ahead and listen to it. It's one that you're going to listen to and you're going to be hooked and you're going to play it for weeks. I guarantee it. If you don't, then I'm be shocked, honestly. This is Lil Half Dead, man. A lot of people know Lil Half Dead because of his references in Snoop Dogg tracks. Snoop will always he'll shout him out here and there, whether it be on the Chronic or 2001 or Doggy Style or whatever. Or is he mentioned on the Chronic? I don't remember. But on 2001 he isn't on Doggy Style. So anyways, Lil Half Dead, Southern Girl. This is on his second album, Steel on a Mission. So boom, Lil Half Dead. Next we're staying with the West Coast. We got some Kurupt here. This is Ride With Us off of his fantastic album, The Streets Is a Mother. One of my favorite albums from the late 90s, and Kurupt is just one of those dudes, man. Like, when he's on the mic, there's hardly any competition because he's so potent and lethal and incredible. Yeah, I had to give it up. Gangsta Boo, dope artist, dope person as well. I've had the pleasure of working with her when I was at the radio station back in the day. I've set up a couple of shows for her. She used to record shows with some of her other members of her show, not from 3-6 Mafia, but she's just a really cool person, and she makes good music too. So here we go, got Gangsta Boo here, and just awesome cover art too. And she's been talking, and you can tell here, like, with the cover art, and she's now promoting all the Pussy Power stuff, so shout out to Gangsta Boo. And now we get into just another exceptional classic track, and I'm very happy with these come-ups, as you can tell, man, as I usually am, but this is a very special package that I got from my guy TX Pusher. This is Compton's Most Wanted, dude, and this is off probably, it's tough to pick my favorite album from them because their first 3 albums are so they're pretty equal, and they all have their strengths and very minor weaknesses, but this is off their second album, and this is the track They Still Gafflin', and it's just fantastic. And on the B-side you get Compton's Lynchin'. It's like, how can you, when you see a single like this, you have to pick it up. It's just so epic, no pun intended, due to the label, but it's just so incredible, man. It's special music, man, and I think that there's just so much that people have heard and need to hear and need to discover if they haven't yet, that there's just an ocean of music, man, and I'm very happy to have these pickups, and most of which that I've heard already. I'm excited to hear some of the stuff that I haven't heard, whether it be the remixes, or in the case of the Nonchalant, I haven't even heard that track, but I was had to pick it up for the price it was. But anyways, a big shout out to TX Pusher. I'm going to also link his Instagram and Discogs website in the description of this video. And I want to know, what are your favorite pickups from the video? What do you guys think of the Collector Corner series? I'm going to be doing these more and more, and hopefully get some other collectors' feedback and go into their places and check out their collections and chop it up, and we'll eat too, and we'll snack as well and do all that good stuff. But anyways, once again, Amir Rahimi here. Like, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Thank you. Peace.